Let's be real, mobile learning has completely changed the game. I mean, the ability to learn pretty much anything at any time, right from the device that's in your pocket, it's an absolute revolution for how we train our teams. But as we're about to see, with all that incredible power comes a pretty significant and often totally overlooked risk. And this right here, this is the central conflict we're digging into. On one side, you've got this incredible promise, right? Empowered, engaged teams learning on the fly. But on the other side, there's the stark reality that just one simple mistake, one single unsecured device can spiral into a total financial and reputational disaster. It's a really high-stakes trade-off. And when I say disaster, I am not exaggerating one bit. The average cost of just one data breach is projected to hit almost $4.5 million. And that number doesn't even include the massive regulatory fines or the long-term damage to your brand. That single number is exactly why we need to have this conversation. Okay, so you hear a number like that, and you have to wonder, where does all that cost come from? I mean, it doesn't just materialize out of thin air. It actually stems from some very common everyday risks that could be lurking in your mobile learning program right now, completely out of sight. Think about it like this. You've got risks at the device level, like a lost phone on the train or just software that hasn't been updated in ages. Then there are the network risks, an employee logging in from that cafe with the totally unsecured public Wi-Fi. And finally, the big one, the human element. We're talking weak passwords like password 123, downloading sketchy apps, or even accidentally screenshotting sensitive data. These aren't super sophisticated spy movie hacks. They're simple, everyday things that create massive openings for attackers. And if you think a malicious app is some rare thing, well, get this. When researchers analyzed millions of Android apps, they found that a staggering 42% were either malicious or suspicious. That is almost a coin flip chance that an unvetted app on an employee's phone could be harvesting data. Wow. And this isn't just a theory, right? This stuff happens in the real world. Take the Lecture Notes app, a super popular learning platform. It exposed the personal data of over 2 million users. And it wasn't some elaborate cyber attack, it was because of a single, simple mistake, a misconfigured database. That one error exposed names, emails, and stuff that could let attackers just hijack accounts. And the fallout goes way beyond just the direct cost of cleaning up the breach. Oh yeah, regulators are watching. Under rules like Europe's GDPR, the penalties are just immense. We're talking up to 4% of your company's global annual turnover. For pretty much any business, that's a truly catastrophic number. Okay, so lost devices, malicious apps, massive fines. It's really easy to look at all this and just feel a little bit overwhelmed. I get it. Does this mean it's time to just shut down the whole mobile learning program? No, absolutely not. This isn't about panic. It's about preparation. You can have all the amazing benefits of mobile learning without the catastrophic risk. But, and it's a big but, it requires a deliberate, proactive strategy. So let's pivot to the solution. How do we build this thing? Well, we can break down a really strong security playbook into two core parts: the technology you use and the culture you build. If you get these two things right, you're gonna be in a fantastic position. All right, first things first, you gotta build your digital fortress. This really comes down to 4 key technical defenses. 1, strong authentication. Go beyond passwords and use multi-factor authentication. 2, encrypt your data. That way, even if it gets stolen, it's just unreadable gibberish. 3, use what's called mobile device management, or MDM, so you can remotely wipe a lost phone in a heartbeat. And finally, number 4, choose vendors who take this seriously, partners who are compliant with global security standards like ISO 27001. But here's the thing, having a fortress is only half the battle. I mean, the strongest walls in the world don't matter one bit if somebody inside just leaves the gate wide open. And that brings us to the second, and you could argue, more important part of the strategy. We often think of the human element as our biggest security weakness. But what if we could just flip that on its head? What if your people, the very folks using your mobile learning platform, could actually become your most powerful and vigilant line of defense? That is the whole goal of a security-conscious culture. It's creating an environment where security isn't just the IT department's job. No, it's a shared responsibility. It's a place where every single employee gets that they have a personal role to play in protecting the company's data, and they actually want to participate in that defense. So, how do you actually build this? Well, it starts with education. And I don't just mean a boring once-a-year training. We're talking ongoing awareness, like running fake phishing email tests to teach people in the moment. Then, leadership has to walk the talk. If your executives are using MFA, everyone else will follow. You also have to bake it into your processes, like your bring your own device policy. And crucially, you need to create a supportive, no-blame environment where someone can immediately report a lost phone without being afraid they'll get in trouble. A fast report is your absolute best defense. So if you take just one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. The technology, your encryption, your multi-factor authentication, that provides the locks for your doors. But it's your company culture that makes sure everyone actually uses the locks. You absolutely positively need both. And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. When you look at your own organization and your mobile learning program, look at your team. Right now, are they your biggest liability, or could they become your strongest line of defense? The answer to that question will determine everything.